Hey guys, welcome into Fantasy Football Academy 2020 with the Dean and D Money Double D coming at you on a very special mock draft Monday. That's right, it's time for mock drafts. Guys, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're drafting for real in your league, it's way too soon. Stop the madness. Okay. I know we just getting out of quarantine. I know some of the restrictions have been lifted, but stop the madness. It's not time to draft nobody. It's time to practice. Okay. We're not jumping straight to graduation. We baby step it. Okay, right, D?
Oh yeah.
Okay, how you been?
Oh, I've been good. What about yourself?
Oh, hanging in, my man.
Mm.
I'm excited about mock draft. I'm excited to get into this. Uh, we're going to do a shared screen here on the Zoom. I would like to send a shout out to one of the sponsors of the show, Zia of Lafayette. All the wonderful people down there that are still serving curbside, takeout on Waiter, DoorDash, wherever you can find them. They're down on Doucette Road in Lafayette, Louisiana. If you're in town, if you're in the area and you're hungry and you want some good food fast, hey, go ahead and hit them up. You can find them on 406-0013 is the number to call them, and talk down there to Leo and Heath and the guys, and they'll be more than happy to hook you up with some good dinner, some good lunch. They have family meals starting from $35. That's not bad to feed the family. $35 meal, I can deal with that. So if you're tired of eating whatever you're cooking, get down to Doucette Road and go see the folks at Zia. So, D-Money, here we go. All right, now, just for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be using what we call, it's going to be Draft Wizard, and it's going to be it's from a Fantasy Pros. So, if you go on Google and you can look them up, if you can see right here, we got draft configuration. It's going to let you choose between the 2020 season and Dynasty. You're going to be able to pick between standard, PPR, half PPR, and custom. Now, I know I haven't talked about half PPR here. That's where you get, instead of a full point like you would in PPR, you just get a half a point for PPR, which is points per reception. And we're going to just stick with the snake draft type. Now, the snake draft type is where you go from 1 to 10 and then 10 to 1. So whoever has the last pick in the first round is going to have the first pick in the second round. Now, opponent pick logic, I tell you right now, just pick basic. Don't try to stress yourself out trying to overthink things, because it's not going to do good for practice. We're also going to scroll down here. We're going to get down and there we go. We're going to go, instead of having 3 wide receivers, we're going to go 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, a tight end, a defensive kicker. And now some of you might not be familiar with this, what wide receiver running back means. That is your flex position. Okay, that's where you can have either a wide receiver or a running back. There are some leagues that have what's called a super flex, which is a quarterback, wide receiver, running back, tight end. That kind of gets a little complicated. It gets really, really into it if you don't know what you're doing. So I would just say let's just stick with what we know. The pick clock. Now, you can choose none. For the purposes of this episode, we're going to go 120 seconds. We're going to go 2 minutes. And once I hit start draft, Daniel is going to be picking, and you can come up here and you can pick what draft position you want. We are going to pick the 7th position. We're going to be doing another one that's going to be in the 4th position. And you might be asking yourselves, well, why is that relevant? Why is that even important? Well, the reason being is because what you want to do is you want to be in positions where you have to make decisions. If you're in the first position and the 10th position, your decisions are pretty much made for you. Okay, so once you have the number 1 overall pick, you're either taking normally Christian McCaffrey or Saquon Barkley. Those are your consensus 1 and 2 for the fantasy football draft. So, D Money, you been doing your homework, brother?
Oh yeah. At least I think I did.
Well, we're gonna see. So here we go. We're gonna start off, and we're gonna go right up here real quick. We're gonna do the pre-draft rankings. We're gonna use NFL.com. Actually, I'm sorry. We're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do. Oh, not that one either. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna go. I tell you what. We're just gonna go randomize on that. So let's go. We're gonna start the draft now. Once I hit this start draft, the computer's gonna make the draft selections 1 through 6, and then it's gonna be on us. Daniel's gonna be making the picks, and then we're gonna get a little analysis after he picks. So here we go. So we start in the draft. And I like Fantasy Pros. I like the Draft Wizard. It lets you customize very well. As you can see, there are premium sections that you can pick if you want to do that. So here we go. All right. So we look at the draft board. Close this. Sorry about the pop-up, guys. So we got Christian McCaffrey's gone. Dalvin Cook got taken at second. Then Saquon. Then Derrick Henry. Zeke's gone at number 5. Waiting on number 6 to be picked. And then we're going to get our pick. So Michael Thomas was taking number 6. Now it is our turn. D Money, who you want as your number 1 pick?
I'll go with Tyreek Hill.
You going with Tyreek? Okay, so
Yep.
we're going wide receiver.
Just because of Mahomes.
My man wants a speedster. So we're going to draft Tyreek. All right. So we pick Tyreek, and then Alvin Kamara goes off the board. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, D-Money, at that point in time, I'll tell you right now, I would have probably taken either Joe Mixon or Alvin Kamara because you got number 1 running backs right there. Now, you see the suggestions here. You got Devontae Adams, Miles Sanders, Kenyon Drake, and Austin Eckler. And you see here the percentage of the experts. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, and I've said this before, experts are just like you and me. They just spend more time on this stuff because that's their job and they get paid to do it. So they might have been able to look at some more stats. They might have been able to look at more film. But it's your gut, it's your team, and it's who you think is going to be, of value here. So, D-Money, we're going to go over to the cheat sheet right here. When you pick the cheat sheet, all of these names, all these pictures and stuff disappear. They show you who's gone. So, who we taking with the number 2 pick?
Guess I'll have to go with D Hop.
Man going with DeAndre Hopkins. I like the pick in the second round.
Mm.
If he's here, you're looking at really high volume for D-Hop. He's going with Kyler Murray over in the desert. They have a very pass-happy offense. There are a lot of targets out there. There's going to be a lot of mouths to be fed. But the squeakiest wheel, or actually I take it back, probably the second squeakiest wheel after Stephon Diggs is going to be DeAndre Hopkins. He's going to be hollering for the ball a lot, and he's going to be getting it. They got Larry Fitz, Christian Kirk, Kenyon Drake. They got a lot of weapons. My prediction for the the Arizona Cardinals this year, I see them becoming what the Rams used to be a couple of years ago, with having that high-powered offense, multiple targets, kind of doing what KC has done, getting a good young quarterback and taking him and putting him in a prime position to succeed. And we're going to draft D-Hop. Now, you pick this up. If you click on the name when you're doing Draft Wizard, you can see all of the stats, the expert notes, maybe a little bit of the news that is coming up. And you see a lot of wide receivers going off the board, and there goes Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's gone. Also, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Guys, look, I'm telling you, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going often and early in every single draft I have done. I've done probably about 20 to 30 mock drafts already, and there's not been one where I have not seen him go no later than the third round. Okay? So be on this guy. I'm telling you, he is going to be phenomenal. He's in an excellent place to succeed. So, D-Money. We've got 2 receivers, and we're on the third round. Where are we going?
I'm gonna have to go with Austin Eckler based off of what he did last year.
Awesome, Eckler. Now, look, it's funny that you mentioned what he did last year. And here's the thing. I don't disagree with the pick. The only thing I'm going to disagree with is the philosophy of carrying that over to other players, because you're going to have to look at what's around him. He doesn't have Philip Rivers there. Philip Rivers was the king of check down to the running backs. So he's going to have either Tyrod Taylor, or he's going to have the rookie Justin Herbert from Oregon playing with him. I would give Tyrod probably about 4 or 5 games. If he does not perform, you're going to see the rookie step in. Okay, the rookie's going to step in. He's going to start taking the snaps. Now, who is the best friend for a rookie? Pass catching running back, right, D?
Yep, correct.
Okay, so that's why I'm liking this draft here. He's with basically the same coaching staff, so there's not a whole lot of turnover here like there has been in other teams. You might see that, and it really hasn't shown in the ADP, which is average draft position for Christian McCaffrey, because he's got turnover like crazy in Carolina. That's why if you have the first round, I'm telling you right now, the safer bet, and people are going to call me crazy. If you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm nuts for saying this, leave a comment in the sections below. Please like and subscribe to the channel. You can call me crazy if you want to, but I'm telling you right now, Saquon Barkley is going to be a safer number 1 pick for you than Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey has lost a quarterback. He's lost 2 quarterbacks, actually, because Kyle Allen, who was absolute garbage last year, left, went to my Washington Redskins, went with Ron Rivera, went with the OC. So they have a new OC, a new head coach. They have a new quarterback in Teddy Bridgewater, who loves to scramble. And he panics. I mean, being a Saints fan, D-Money, you saw what happened to him. He might have went 5-0, but were you confident about him being in the backfield?
Yeah, well, the problem with him, I was worried about his knee again, like in Minnesota. You know, I was worried about him running. That was going is the same thing that could possibly happen again, and
Yeah.
then we just would be down to Taysom Hill.
All right. So we in the fourth pick of the fourth round, 34th overall. Who we taking? We got two wide receivers and a running back. So who else we got?
Hmm. Let's see.
Now I'll tell you what. After you make this pick, I will tell you who I like right here.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to go QB. Yes, guess I'll go with Big Ben. Cause I'm predicting a comeback year with Eric Ebron and well, I don't know who else they got, but
All right.
I'm thinking a comeback year.
So you drafting Big Ben.
Hmm.
Okay. Now I'm going to draft this, and I want to point out here. This is one of the things that we need to look at. Right here, the ADP. It shows you when you pull it up. His best is 87, his worst is 172, and his average draft position is 129. We were at pick number 34. I'm going to draft him, but D Money, I think you know where I'm going with this. You could have
Hmm.
got Ben Roethlisberger, who is the 16th overall ranked quarterback, a lot later. I like the pick down here, Chris Carson, who was available. I know Carson
Oh,
had a
I forgot
rough
about
year
him.
last year. Trust me, I had him. I drafted him, as a matter of fact, as my third overall pick last year. I know some people are scared off by him. I know some people are scared by the Carlos Hyde signing. Do not worry about it. Okay, Chris Carson will be fine, even if he goes on a fumbleitis tear like he did late last year. If he gets hurt, which he did a little bit last year, it's not going to kill you to get Chris Carson. It's going to be a good value. You're going to be able to get him like we could have in the fourth round, but we didn't. Um, but if you look at the draft board here, I'm going to pull this up real quick. We're going to look at the draft board now. Our pick is back here with Big Ben. After that was Chris Carson, Allen Robinson, Adam Thielen, Melvin Gordon, Odell Beckham, and Cooper Kupp. I would not. I'd stay away from all these guys except for me. Well, except for Thielen and Robinson. Like I said, I like the Carson pick. I don't like Todd Gurley in anyone's imagination. There's too many question
Mm-mm.
marks about him, and the usage I don't think is going to be there. They're going to be a little
Hmm.
too pass heavy in Atlanta this year, so I wouldn't look for that. Um, and we also had Juju go off the board. T.Y. Hilton, I absolutely love that pick, just for the simple fact that they have Philip Rivers there, who made Keenan Allen in San Diego. Okay. Raheem Mostert, really don't care for that pick too much. There's too much committee going on in San Fran.
Yeah. It
So
was luck.
even though they let Matt Breida walk, I still don't like the committee. I don't like the way they spread the ball around. So that's something to think about. Let's go back to the cheat sheet. So we got one running back, we got a quarterback, and we got two wide receivers. Where are we going next, D Money?
I would have to go with hmm. I have to go with Philip Lindsay, of course.
Let's see, Philip Lindsay. There we go. All right, so Philip Lindsay. Now, for those of you who don't know, this apparently is D Money's boy. He absolutely loves him some Philip Lindsay. I think he's got a bromance brewing with Philip Lindsay. I don't know. He got a man crush, whatever. So we can go from mock draft Monday to man crush Monday. So Philip Lindsay is D Money's man crush right here. I'm going to tell you right now, this pick I'm not too sure about. I'm going to go ahead and draft him before the time runs out. But as you see, his ADP is at 90, and we're sitting here at 47. So that's fine. If you have a player that you like, if you have a player that you target a lot, and you want to see that player on your team, you want to root for him, cool. I don't have a problem with that. But let's be smart about it, and let's go a little later in the draft, because I'm gonna tell you right now, there are probably four other running backs right now, even after the rest of round 5 got done, that I would have picked before Philip Lindsay. So who are we going with, my man? We got 2 running backs, we got 2 wide receivers, we got
I'll go with Marlon Mack.
You like you some Marlon Mack, huh?
Oh yeah, he was pretty good the past few years.
Now, here's what I want to remind people is that we are on a standard scoring league. We're not doing PPR. So Marlon Mack, I like Marlon Mack just for the simple fact that it's Philip Rivers. What I don't like is the fact that they drafted Jonathan Taylor out of Wisconsin in the draft. So you're not showing this man a whole lot of, a whole lot of respect and confidence in him if you're going to go out and draft one of the top flight running backs out of the draft. If you don't know Jonathan Taylor, you need to do some research on him. He's a very hard runner. He's got good hands. I don't see Marlon Mack being a whole lot of anything in Indy this year. If anything, they're going to start to lean a little more heavily as the season goes on Jonathan Taylor, if he does produce like I believe he can. So that said, let's go on down. We got a bunch of wide receivers already gone. We got a bunch of running backs still left. Where are we going at, D Money?
Let's see.
Now I'm going to show you right here. Let's go to the draft board real quick before we make a decision. And we're going to go by roster. So let's see. Our team right here, we're looking at Big Ben, Austin Eckler, Philip Lindsay, Tyreek Hill, and DeAndre Hopkins, along with Marlon Mack in the flex position. So we got some bench spots to fill, as you see. Where you want to go, my man?
Let's see.
Let's go back to cheat sheets. If you look on the left side of the screen, you're going to see the players that are ranked, the ones that are left.
Let's see. I have to go with Deebo Samuel, I guess.
Deebo Samuel. I like Deebo, especially with them letting Emmanuel Sanders get away.
And he can do the reverses and stuff, like act as a running back on occasion.
So now, I'm gonna show you right here. This is a real good value pick. If you'll see over on the right side of the screen, you got a 67 overall pick that we're at right now. The ADP for Deebo is 49. So that's going to be a good value pick to get somebody of that caliber this late. So we did that pick. We're waiting on the next one. So that's Deebo, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Josh Allen, and scary Terry McLaurin, DJ Shark, and I believe that was AJ Green, if I'm not mistaken, off the board as well. So
surprised they ain't scary Terry going that late.
Well, Terry's going that late simply because, and I'm glad you said that, because it has a lot to do with quarterback play. You don't know who, and I don't know as a diehard Redskin fan, hashtag HTTR for life. I don't know who's going to be their quarterback. They're looking at Haskins. They're saying Haskins. They brought in Kyle Allen. And don't forget, Cam Newton is still out there and unsigned, even though I have heard rumors that the Rams are clearing some cap space to sign Cam. So we'll see what happens with that. So where are we going next, D?
Let's see. I'll go with Hollywood Brown.
We're going to go Brown. All right. Let's see. Scroll down here a little bit. Marquise Brown.
Yeah, that was Lamar's guy his last year.
Okay, so we're going now. He's going. This is about the time that he's getting drafted. It's ADP of 71. 6.4 touchdowns, 61 receptions. You got to remember that Baltimore lost Hayden Hurst, so that's going to benefit their tight end, and he's already gone. Mark Andrews. There also have been rumblings that they want to go ahead and start having Lamar throw a little more. So that's something to look at as well. Okay, so take a look at our draft board. See who we're going with. We see Hunter Henry, Evan Ingram, and Tyler Higbee, kind of the second tier tight ends on the board still.
Yeah. So Travis Kelce and all them going already?
Oh yeah, Kelsey's gone. All them boys is gone. So.
See. So I'm never pick the tight end. I'll pick Jared Cook because towards the end of the season he started to pick up his play once Drew Brees got back, and hopefully can carry that on to the next year.
All right. So you want some Jared Cook?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to draft you some Jared Cook. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm laying off of Cook. Personally, there's some other ones that I see out there that can do a lot more damage. You got John Brown gone, with Darrell Henderson gone, Will Fuller, Matt Breida, Brandon Cooks is out. So now, if you see now, look, if you see right here, look, Hunter Henry. I'm gonna tell you right now, Hunter Henry and Evan Ingram going in the 10th round is ridiculous. I can't even imagine that they're going that late. So I would have definitely had my eye on one of them as a tight end, because you got Hunter Henry. Hey, what's better than a pass catching running back out of the backfield for a rookie quarterback? A sure-handed tight end to dump down to. Also with Evan Ingram, he's coming up with Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is supposed to make that leap here for his second year. He's a little more comfortable in the offense. Evan Ingram is there. The only thing that's scaring me off of anything with the Giants is the fact that they have a brand new head coach that is unproven. So we don't know what we're going to get out of that. So what is our 10th overall pick here, D-Money?
Let's see. I'm going to go with Doyle. I'm surprised he went that late.
We're going to go with who?
Jack Doyle.
Jack Doyle. Let's see.
Surprised he's still out there that late.
Now, anybody watching this, I'm going to tell you right now, when you got to scroll down this far to get to a player, that is not a good sign. There we go, Jack Doyle. Now, yes, he's going with Philip Rivers. Yes, Philip Rivers likes his tight ends. And yes, there is no more competition for Doyle in Indy. Doesn't mean that that's a good pick, because let's see. I'm gonna try to find his ADP real quick. Draft board. Scroll on down, Jack Doyle. Now, D-Money, I want you to see something, since this is a learning experience for you and me as well. All this color right here represents either running backs or wide receivers. You're the only one with another tight end.
Yeah, that's true.
There's going to be a word that I want everybody who's watching to get used to, and that is the word streaming. If you want to stream a player, the players to stream are quarterbacks and tight ends. If you're streaming a quarterback, that means that you did not draft a backup, that you're looking for your backup for the best matchup. So during the season, what you're going to do is you're going to look at who is out there and who has the best matchup of the available players on what is called a waiver wire, or who is the free agent. That is players who are not on any particular team in your league, but they are starters. Remember, you're playing 10 teams, and there's 32 teams in the NFL. So even if everyone has a backup quarterback, there's still about 12, 14 more quarterbacks out there for you to choose from. Not everybody's going to play a top flight offense or top flight defense. Somebody's going to get a really good matchup and be really good just that 1 week that you need them. So don't be scared to go with just one quarterback and get you some value on your wide receiver or your running backs. So, D-Money, with that said, who are we looking at now for pick 11, or the 11th pick, 107th overall?
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers, all right. So we're going to go Rodgers as a backup to Big Ben. ADP.
Think you're going to have a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, they drafted Jordan Love. I don't like that pick. They should have went out and Packer Nation, if you're out there and all the cheeseheads are hearing me, please leave a message down in the comments section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, please, because I'm going to tell you right now, they messed up Aaron Rodgers and the Packers by not getting him some offensive weapons. They had the ability and they passed on it.
Mm-hmm. They had great receivers in the draft too.
Yep. So who we got coming next, my man?
Let's see. I'll have to go with Jamal Williams, running back from Green Bay.
Right. Now, here's the only thing I don't like about this pick is, one, it's 152 ADP, plus the fact that there's Aaron Jones in front of him. So this is, now, if you had drafted Aaron Jones earlier in the draft, this is what we call a handcuff. A handcuff is when you get the backup to your starter. So the backup for, let's say that you have Dalvin Cook as your first pick for running back. You're going to turn around and you're going to handcuff him with Alexander Mattison, who is the backup. Dalvin Cook has a history of getting hurt. Aaron Jones has been pretty healthy and pretty steady. They are going to be a run-first offense. They are going to rely a lot on Aaron Jones. If, by some coincidence, that he does get hurt, yeah, you got a good pick with that in the 12th round. But there's a lot of other guys out here that I like better than that. There's You got Emmanuel Sanders is still out there. Deontay Johnson is still out there. We got Gesicki, who I absolutely love. Jerry Judy's out there still, rookie wide receiver from Denver. So there's plenty of the guys that we could have picked. Let's go ahead and who we got next, man?
I'll go with Emmanuel Sanders.
Right, we'll go Emmanuel. All right, so Emmanuel Sanders, 106 ADP. We're looking at pick 127. So we're getting a really good pickup right here. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Michael Thomas. He's not going to be repeating last year's performance. I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be a regression for Michael Thomas. He's still going to be a phenomenal fantasy player. But Emmanuel Sanders is coming in and is going to demand a lot of touches. Now, we're in the 14th round. This traditionally is where you start looking at your kicker and your defense. So we got pick 14, 15, and then we got 16. So we got 3 picks to get a defense and a kicker. So you want to go with another wide receiver? You want to go with another running back, or do you want to dive into the defenses and the kickers?
I'll get the defense and the kicker.
All right, let's go down here, and we got here's our defenses and here's our kickers that are available.
I'll go with Justin Tucker and the Ravens defense.
All right, well, let's go Justin Tucker, and we're gonna wait, see if the defense is still there next time around. Draft. There we go. Now let's see who we got coming off now. So the Ravens is gone, Bears are gone, Bills are gone, Chiefs are gone, Packers gone, Cardinals gone. So hey, there's your boys right up there, number 7.
Defense.
Huh? Who we going with?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I'm sorry, the Saints defense. I love the Saints, but
oh man, hey D Money, you might get your Saints card pulled on that one, brother.
Oh yeah, man, that defense, man, hey. I don't trust them, bro.
Hey, I can't blame you for the Denver pick, as it's good defense. Personally, I would have taken Minnesota at that point. All right, so we only had there we go. We got the 15 rounds. So as you see, D Money graded out at an F. Now I'm not gonna put a whole lot of stock in the grade, but it is kind of an eye opener, and I'm gonna tell you right here. I see D Hop, Austin Eckler. Let's see. Debo can make some noise. Emmanuel Sanders can make some noise. Outside of that, there's not a whole lot of sunshine up in this place. So you see what I'm talking about, D-Money?
Yeah, I see the Big Ben. I could see that could be a problem.
Yeah, well, not just Big Ben, but I mean, you go down here, you got Aaron Rodgers. They've changed into a run-first offense. They're not a pass-first, and he is perfectly fine with that. He's not. He came out last year and it's like, hey, we got a defense. I don't care. He just cares about winning. He don't care about how we get there. You got to remember, these guys ain't playing fantasy football like we are. They playing for real football. So Big Ben, yeah, he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder, but he's not getting any younger, and he's just coming off of basically a Tommy John surgery that pitchers have in baseball. The projected recovering time for that is 17 months, which puts him into the first part of the year until he's ready to go back. So let's go real quick, and we're going to burn through another mock draft. We're going to draft this time at position 4. And D Money, I'm gonna take the lead on this one and draft. And we're gonna see what kind of a grade we get from the dean. So how'd you like your draft there, my man?
Oh, I like it, but I felt like I could have done better at the quarterback and with the Aaron Jones thing. I mean, not Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams thing.
Yeah, it's eye-opening to say the least. All right,
But
so we got McCaffrey off the board as expected. Zeke is off the board as expected, and Saquon is off the board as expected. So, since we are doing a standard scoring league, and this man right here is a man amongst boys, absolute beast. He's got everybody back with him. We are going Derrick Henry with the number 1 pick. I know some of y'all might want to take Dalvin Cook at this point in time. I don't like the Dalvin Cook pick that early. I really don't. He's yet to finish the season. I don't like it. Yeah, the volume's going to be there, but I'm not seeing him finish the season. And at the end of the season is when you need him. Okay. Now you see D Money's boy Tyreek Hill going down at the 9th pick. And we are back on the clock now. I went with a top flight running back right there. If you look and see who else is available at running back right now, you can see Miles Sanders, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Austin Eckler, Kenyon Drake. I am perfectly fine with missing out on Drake, Sanders, Helaire at that point in time, considering everyone who is here. I am, however, going to be taking this man right here, who has probably the, if not the, one of the biggest chips on his shoulders, D-Hop, and I'm getting him at a pretty good spot, the back half of the 2nd round, and I've only got to go through 6 more picks before he gets back to me. And as you see, Kelsey's off the board. They got another wide receiver off the board, and they went with George Kittle going off the board as well. So here's what I'm liking. Miles Sanders, what scares me here is that Philly is still looking for another running back. Austin Eckler, yes, I love Awesome Eckler. That's a shout out to the Foot Clan with fantasy footballers. I love those guys. If you haven't subscribed to their channel right after you do it to mine, go to theirs and subscribe to them too. There's never enough, never too much information. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I'm getting him in the 3rd round. That's the latest that I have seen him going at this point in time. That, my friends, is going to be a steal. Now, D Money, you remember me talking about local flavor, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now local flavor is what?
It's when you pick, like a local team, like a local star in your area. Like with me with Drew Brees, picking Kamara, all them Saints players.
Exactly. Now, here's the thing is that with the local flavor, that's not factored in when you do a mock draft. So when you do a mock draft, you could probably go ahead and get Edwards-Helaire a little later than I did in the 3rd pick, but I knew that he wasn't going to be around then. Now, they're telling me that it's Jonathan Taylor and all this stuff. I'm going to check out. Let's see what my wide receivers. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's go with this. Let's go with all of them. see who's coming up here now. You don't have to rely on this. I personally do not agree with having Odell Beckham this early. There's no way that I'm making that pick. Okay? So I'm going to go to my cheat sheet. And we're going to go down here. All these other wide receivers, I can get better value. I can get good value a little later on down the road. David Montgomery. I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people are going to be scared off of David Montgomery going this early. I'm not going to be. I'm going to go ahead and take him. He did not get used that much last year, and ownership sunk a very high draft pick to get him in, and he has not been used by the head coach, and the head coach is getting some heat for not using him in situations. Tyreek Cohen sniped some carries from him. I don't see that happening again this season.
And a new quarterback situation, so they probably will be a run-first offense.
Right. Not only that, but I don't think that Trubisky's going to be there too much longer. Now, here's the pick that I'm absolutely jumping up for. I'm taking this guy, Cam Akers, from the Rams. I love this guy. This guy is going to be phenomenal. He is with a perfect coach to make use of a very talented running back like he is. Sean McVay is going to have an absolute ball calling plays for Cam Akers. He's going to plug him in to Todd Gurley's position. Todd Gurley was getting up there in age. He's not what he was. He's not going to be what he was in Atlanta. Saints fans, don't worry about it. He's not going to be all that. Okay? So, let's go to my draft board real quick. I'm going to take a quick peek at what I got so far. Now, this is kind of a balanced attack right here with the first two picks. Went running back, wide receiver. Now, I went running back, running back, running back. So I'm pretty loaded up on my running backs. Now, what do I get to do? D-Money. What do I get to do if I got 4 running backs and 1 wide receiver? What do I get to do now?
Draft another receiver.
Hey, I got nothing but receivers all day, every day, no problem. Okay? Now, looking down here and look at who I got. Devontae Parker and T.Y. Hilton. Yes, T.Y. gets banged up a little bit, but I'm not scared. You shouldn't be either, okay? T.Y. is going to be a phenomenal pick for you this year with Phillip Rivers. Trust in the Riverman. He's going to get you from one side to the other safely, okay?
Speed.
Hey, look, this guy, he's going to be there for you when it counts. We're going to take him. I could have taken Devontae Parker. My only thing about Parker is, yeah, Fitzmagic's going to probably be starting the season, but when are they going to put in Tua? You do not draft a quarterback with the first overall pick in your draft on your board and not play him. That's not going to happen. I don't care how big of a cheerleader that Fitzpatrick says he's going to be. It's just not going to happen. Now, if we look down here a little further, we're going to go down. This right here, this pick, A.J. Green. Let's take a look at his ADP. ADP is 56. We're at 64 overall. I'm telling you right now, A.J. Green is going to be involved in the Cincinnati offense like never before, simply for the fact that your number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft, Joe Burrow, specifically said he wanted A.J. Green on the squad. They signed him to a 1-year deal to make Burrow happy. You're not going to make your number 1 pick happy and then not go ahead and take this guy, okay? And I'm loving this pick right here. Everybody last year was yelling, Odell. Forget Odell. He had one decent catch.
Jarvis
Jarvis Landry
is
outperformed
the
him
man.
at every single turn. 133 points. His ADP is 64. I'm getting him in the 8th round, guys. That is an absolute steal. You hear me?
Hmm.
Somebody, leave me a comment down bottom that you hear me, because I'm telling you, Jarvis Landry is going to beast this year. Even if it's not Mayfield thrown to him, he is going to be phenomenal.
Oh yeah, he was good with the Browns the past 2 years he been there.
So we're going to squeeze down here. Wide receivers. Who else we got?
Hmm. Saw Mike Williams up there. Hmm.
Now, D-Money, bring up Mike Williams. I'm going to tell you right now, lay off of Mike Williams, just for the simple
That's
fact
true.
that
Phillip
you
Rivers
don't know
gone.
what that quarterback is going to do. What I am liking,
Hmm.
and you made this pick earlier, I'm going to make the same pick. I'm loving me some Emmanuel Sanders. The pressure that is going to be taken off of Michael Thomas is going to be phenomenal. They are still going to put pressure on him, and he's still going to have to fight double teams, but I'm loving Emmanuel Sanders, okay? I jumped up a little early to get him. He was at 106. I'm picking him at 84, but I like the pick. And I'm going to tell you right now, just by the way that board cleared, he would have been gone.
Hmm.
Now, I see Brandon Cooks went off the board. I'm going to tell you right now, there's some ESPN analysts that are saying that Brandon Cooks and Deshaun Watson are going to be the next big quarterback wide receiver duo. Please don't believe the hype. This guy is one concussion away from getting knocked out of football entirely. So let's go back up here. Let's see what we got left on running backs. If there's anybody that we liking. Okay. Now I talked a little earlier about Alexander Madison. I'm gonna circle back to him after I come up here and take a look at this. 10th round, the 8th overall quarterback in fantasy, Matt Ryan. There is no way that I'm letting Matt Ryan slip past me here at the 10th round. Okay? He's got too many weapons. Hayden Hurst. I'm absolutely loving Hayden Hurst at tight end in replacement of Austin Hooper. I didn't like Hooper going to Cleveland. I don't think that's a good fit for him. I'm not seeing it. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. So let's slide down here. Boom.
And you got
Look at
Calvin
this.
Ridley.
Look at this, guys. Look at this. Alexander Madison. I'm taking this. This can be either trade bait or this could be a late round RB1 if Dalvin Cook gets hurt. These are kind of things that you got to think about when you're drafting later in the rounds. You've already got your lineup set. You got your main guys. Now you're just having fun. Alexander Madison is going to beast out if Dalvin Cook goes down. Okay? Now we're going to go all the way down here. We're going to see if one of my rookie wide receivers is still out there. There he is. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, I am loving me some Drew Lock to Jerry Jeudy all over the place, playing in a division that has absolutely no defense. Okay? These guys are going to be throwing all over the place. I'm loving the Jerry Jeudy. The Deontay Johnson, I would like that too if he's still there. If he's still there, I will pop up and I will take Deontay Johnson simply for the fact that if Juju goes down, guess what? Boom, and Deontay Johnson's there with a 13th round pick. Actually, I tell you what, I'm gonna back off of this because I just realized that I don't have a tight end. I got really, really happy for a second, guys. Now look, Austin Hooper. I already told you I don't like that. Noah Fant.
Mhm.
He comes and goes. This
Yeah.
right here, Mike Gesicki. Y'all, telling you, take this guy and run with him. Okay. The only other player that I would have taken as a tight end with the draft pick that I have picked would have been Hayden Hurst to team him up with my quarterback. So now we're going to go down here. We're going to see what kicker is still available. Now, Justin Tucker's here. Will Lutz is here. Y'all, I have more faith in a proven commodity in the New Orleans offense than I do in a 1 year of Lamar Jackson and what they're doing in Baltimore. Now, yes, I would love to see them repeat what they did in Baltimore. I don't see that level of scoring going down again in the Big Easy. Okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, unless you were the New England Patriots last year, defenses are pretty much interchangeable. And like I said, when D-Money was doing his, and this pick right here was available, y'all, Minnesota is a fantasy defensive beast. Take them with all confidence. You got that pick from the Dean. That's my last pick. Let's see what we got for our grade here. Since our draft is complete, and we're going to pop up with a draft of, as soon as everything finishes out, all the kickers, add D+. Like I said, it's an eye-opener, but look down this line. I'm going to tell you right now, they're taking away points for the rookies, Cam Akers, Jerry Jeudy, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Okay? But guys, this right here is the practice. This is what is going to get you over the hump for fantasy football. D-Money, how was this experience for you, my man? Was it a little eye-opening? Did you learn a little something?
Yeah, it was different. I didn't think I draft that bad.
Hey, look, like I said, the grade at the end of the draft, don't put too much weight on that. What you want to put your weight on, you want to go back and you want to look at what you picked and who else was available when you had that pick. Was there someone that you could have gotten that was better? Okay?
Yeah, I
Y'all,
did. I saw a few.
hey, the Double D, we're going to be back. We're going to be doing another mock draft Monday. We're going to do a little homework. We're going to come back. We're going to draft in different positions to show you what else can happen. Remember, get out there on Draft Wizard. Do as many as you can. Get the practice in. Do the work. That way, you can wind up dominating your league with Fantasy Football Academy 2020. The Dean and D-Money, Double D coming at you, saying so long. And remember, mask up if you're going out. Take it easy, guys. D-Money, thank you for your time, brother.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.